What up? This is Rama screen for Escape Room coming to DVD, digital HD, and on demand October 17. And I'm here with one of the stars.
How you doing?
How you doing, sir?
Good, good, good.
Your scene was very gnarly. Let's just put it that
It was,
way.
yeah, it was pretty gnarly. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
How challenging was shooting that?
I didn't. When he explained it to me,
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like, oh yeah, some smoke comes in, and you little acid and whatever. But then the actual day we got there pretty early in the morning, and they put this gel on you, and then this like paper mache type stuff, and you're sitting there, and LA gets cold. All right, people don't. It gets cold, so we were there for about 12 hours, just shivering in front of a heater in this warehouse, and it was like. It was nuts, but the death scene itself was a bunch of fun to shoot. Like we did a couple takes, and I mean, yeah, you'll see what happens. It's pretty great.
It seems like a real case study for horror filmmakers out there on how it's done.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
So I suck at solving puzzles, man.
Right.
I'm terrible. We just did an escape room.
Yeah,
I
no,
didn't.
he was great. He crushed it. Everyone else was horrible. This guy solved all the puzzles.
He carried my weight, basically.
Yeah.
So, do you like escape room in general?
I do, yeah. I mean, I think they're fun. I think they really, when you have to try to solve those puzzles and everyone tries to work together, you see certain people kind of freak out and you're like, I didn't know you were like that under pressure,
Exactly.
So it's like, yeah, it's great. It's just a bunch of fun, especially with the different themed rooms that they have. We just did a bank robber diamond room, which was so much fun. Like I said, this guy crushed. I think that was record time, right?
That was record time.
Yeah, that was great.
We're pretty proud of that.
Yeah, we're pretty proud. Coming down from the high off that was the best room. But yeah, man. I mean, the movie itself was just so much fun to shoot. Will Warnick, the director, he made it such a comfortable environment, and it was great. It was just a blast.
Are you easily scared, or do you love horror movies in general?
I do. I love horror movies in general, but I do like the things that you don't see right in front of your face. So, the fact that this movie itself took its time to build up the tension, and you want to get engaged. You want to feel like, oh, they're just having a good night. They're just there for someone's birthday, and they're going to this escape room just to have a bunch of fun. And then something goes wrong, and you're like, holy crap, what's going on? And I like those type of films. I don't like right off the bat where you kind of know what's going on. You know what I mean? So
last question. What does this movie say about friendship? Because it seems that's the drama in this.
Be very careful who you pick as friends. No, it's I mean, that's the beauty about this movie too. It leaves its open. I can't say too much.
Exactly.
But,
we don't want to
yeah, I can't say too much of that. But it does say a lot. It does say who your friends are, and especially under pressure. When it comes down to it, who's going to be there for you? And
that's right.
Some people make some bad decisions in this movie.
And you know what? Escape room brings out the real in you.
Absolutely, 100%. Like I said, when you're there under pressure and you have a certain amount of time to answer these clues, you see people's personalities really, come out. So,
what's your plan for Halloween?
I'm still working on a costume. I might be going back east to be with my nieces. So I mean, they're into the pirates and stuff right now. So we'll see. I got to work on a costume though. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go with Nurse Joker.
Nurse Joker.
Yeah,
I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Either that or Captain Underpants.
Captain Underpants. Go Captain Underpants. There's gonna be a lot of Jokers out there this year.
It's a lot easy anyway.
Absolutely. Hey, this is John Ierardi, and you're watching Rama's Screen.
What up? This is Rama Screen for Escape Room with one of the stars, Dan. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. I saw the film. And, oh my God, man, I love it.
It was a lot of fun to film. I gotta say, I'd only done one escape room before starting to film this, so it gave me a little bit of an insight. But the film itself, like working with Will and the whole cast, was amazing.
I know. Well, without spoiling for my fans, there's a lot of traps, obstacles going on in here. I mean, when you read the script, what crossed your mind?
Honestly, what crossed my mind was, number one, I don't know if I can do this because I'm not much of a horror film buff. Like that's not something that's that bodes well with me for the most part. But more recently, I've kind of been able to break out of that shell. So doing this was kind of a was kind of a release.
Yes.
Being able to cross over into the new world.
Now, your character too has a bit of a dilemma with the wife played by Annabelle.
Yes.
Can you talk a bit about approaching that drama?
Well, honestly, what it came down to was, thinking about being in love with somebody who wasn't in love with you back. And when people go through experiences like these, when they're either, in an escape room or, they go parachuting together, you have an experience that kind of brings you closer to one another. And so that's what I was kind of trying to channel. I'm like, okay, well, this guy wants to get closer to his wife. So let's do this escape room. Hopefully it'll bring him back to a place of love. And so that's kind of where I started. And then Annabelle, she is an amazing actress and gave me a lot to work with. So I put those two things together. And
Wait, so did you tell me that horror is not your forte?
Oh my gosh. I can't. So the last movie that I saw in theaters was It, and I think I kept my left ear plugged about 80% of the movie because I can't handle when things jump out at me or when just scary things. I'm not good at scary things.
All right, so I take it your Halloween costume will not be Pennywise then.
Usually, my Halloween costume comes down to whatever I think of day of on October 31st.
Last question before we enjoy the evening. I want to ask, what does this movie say about friendship? Because it's also a friendship sort of movie.
Completely. I think this movie, friendship and family for that matter, because, you approach a role like this, I approach roles like I do in real life. I think about, how I connect with the person I'm talking to, how we work together. And I think that you can cross apply that to a game like this, because in order to complete the things in an escape room, you need the other person to be able to get to that next step. And so when you think about, well, how do I build this relationship? Well, the only way I'm going to build this relationship is by, connecting with that other person. So there is a lot of that in this movie. Hey, my name is Dan Johnson, and you are watching Rama Screen.